Chicago Bulls fans, brace yourselves, this is the news you've been waiting for. One of the NBA's brightest stars, Luka Dončić, is reportedly set to join the Bulls in what could be the most monumental move in franchise history since the Michael Jordan era. How did this happen? What does Luka's arrival mean for Chicago's championship hopes? And could this be the beginning of a new basketball dynasty in the Windy City? Stick around as we break down every detail of this blockbuster news. Welcome back, Bulls fans, to Chicago Bull News, your ultimate source for all things Chicago Bulls. If you're as excited as I am about this Luka Dončić news, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a breaking story. Today, we're diving into how Luka Dončić is set to transform the Bulls into championship contenders, what this means for the league, and the ripple effects that could shape the future of basketball. Let's get into it. Luka Dončić joining the Chicago Bulls would not only be the biggest story in sports, but also a moment that redefines the trajectory of an iconic franchise. Luka, at just 24 years old, has already established himself as one of the most talented and versatile players in NBA history. From his jaw-dropping step-back threes to his uncanny ability to control the game as a playmaker, Dončić is the kind of generational talent that every team dreams of building around. For the Bulls, this is a chance to return to the glory days of the 1990s, when Michael Jordan led the team to 6 NBA championships and cemented Chicago as a basketball powerhouse. While the Bulls have had flashes of brilliance in the years since, most notably during Derrick Rose's MVP campaign, they've struggled to recapture the magic of their dynasty years. Luka Dončić changes that. His arrival signals not just a shift in the Bulls' fortunes, but also a return to relevance on the league's biggest stage. Let's start by talking about Luka Dončić as a player. Since entering the league in 2018, Luka has done nothing but dominate. He's a 4-time All-Star, a perennial MVP candidate, and one of the most feared offensive players in the game. What sets Luka apart is his ability to do it all. He's a scoring machine who can drop 40 points on any given night, but he's also a gifted passer who makes his teammates better. His court vision is second to none, and his knack for finding the open man or creating opportunities out of seemingly impossible situations has made him a nightmare for opposing defenses. In Chicago, Luka's skills would take center stage in a way that aligns perfectly with the team's strengths and needs. Imagine Luka running the offense with Zach LaVine and DeRozan on the wings, Nikola Vucevic anchoring the paint, and Patrick Williams providing versatility on both ends of the floor. The possibilities are endless. Luka's ability to create off the dribble and break down defenses would open up countless opportunities for his teammates, turning Chicago into one of the most explosive offensive teams in the league. Zach LaVine, in particular, stands to benefit from Luka's arrival. While LaVine has thrived as the Bulls' primary scorer, his efficiency and impact could skyrocket with Luka as the primary playmaker. Instead of having to create his own shot on every possession, LaVine would have the luxury of playing off the ball, taking advantage of Luka's ability to draw defenders and create open looks. DeRozan, known for his mid-range mastery and clutch performances, would also see less defensive pressure, allowing him to continue dominating in isolation and late-game situations. Nikola Vucevic, the team's skilled big man, would thrive in pick and roll and pick and pop situations with Luka. Vucevic's ability to stretch the floor and score inside makes him an ideal complement to Luka's style of play. With Luka orchestrating the offense, Vucevic would likely see more open looks and better opportunities to showcase his scoring and passing abilities. And let's not forget about Patrick Williams, whose defensive versatility and potential as a two-way player would be invaluable in a lineup led by Luka. But it's not just about the offense. Luka Dončić is also an underrated rebounder and a capable defender when engaged. While defense has never been his calling card, his size, strength, and basketball IQ allow him to hold his own against most matchups. Pairing Luka with a defensive-minded coach and players like Patrick Williams could elevate Chicago's defense to a level that complements their offensive firepower. Of course, the impact of Luka's arrival extends far beyond the court. For a franchise that has struggled with inconsistency and mediocrity in recent years, adding a player of Luka's caliber instantly changes the narrative. The Bulls would go from being a team fighting for a playoff spot to a legitimate championship contender overnight. Ticket sales would skyrocket, the United Center would become one of the hottest venues in sports, and Bulls games would be must-watch events for fans around the world. The marketing and branding opportunities are equally significant. Luka Dončić is not just a basketball star, he's a global icon. His popularity in Europe, where he played professionally before joining the NBA, makes him one of the league's most marketable players. For the Bulls, Luka's presence would expand the team's reach to international markets, attracting new fans and boosting the franchise's profile worldwide. This kind of star power hasn't been seen in Chicago since Michael Jordan, and the potential to build a new global dynasty is undeniable. But how did this blockbuster move come about? According to reports, Luka's frustration with the Dallas Mavericks front office played a significant role. While Luka has been loyal to the Mavericks since they drafted him in 2018, the team's inability to surround him with consistent talent and build a contender has reportedly taken its toll. The departure of key players, questionable roster moves, and disappointing playoff performances have led to speculation that Luka might be ready for a fresh start. Enter the Chicago Bulls. With a storied history, a passionate fan base, and a roster loaded with potential, the Bulls present the perfect opportunity for Luka to compete for championships and cement his legacy as one of the game's all-time greats. The Bulls front office, led by Art Raskarniovas and Mark Eversley, has reportedly been working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this deal happen, offering a package that includes a mix of young players, draft picks, and financial flexibility to entice the Mavericks. For Mavericks fans, the potential loss of Luka Dončić is nothing short of heartbreaking. Luka has been the face of the franchise since the moment he arrived in Dallas, and his departure would mark the end of an era. However, the trade could also represent an opportunity for the Mavericks to hit the reset button and build for the future. By acquiring assets from the Bulls, Dallas could position itself for long-term success while giving Luka the chance to thrive in a new environment. As for the rest of the league, Luka's move to Chicago would send shockwaves through the NBA. The Eastern Conference, already loaded with talent, would become even more competitive, with the Bulls joining the ranks of title contenders like the Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics, and Philadelphia 76ers. Rival teams would need to adjust their game plans and rosters to contend with a Bulls team led by one of the most unstoppable players in the game. Fans are already buzzing with excitement and speculation. Social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit are flooded with reactions, ranging from disbelief and excitement to analysis and predictions. Hashtags like Luka to Chicago and Bulls Dynasty are trending, and fans are sharing their dream scenarios for what this new-look Bulls team could achieve. The energy and optimism are palpable, and it's clear that Luka's potential arrival has reignited a sense of hope and possibility among Bulls fans. For Luka Dončić, this move is about more than just basketball, it's about legacy. Joining the Chicago Bulls gives him the chance to follow in the footsteps of legends like Michael Jordan and Derrick Rose, carrying on the tradition of greatness while carving out his own path. Winning a championship in Chicago would not only solidify Luka's place among the all-time greats, but also elevate the Bulls back to the pinnacle of the basketball world. As we wait for official confirmation of this blockbuster move, one thing is certain: the Chicago Bulls are on the verge of something special. Whether it's the start of a new dynasty, a shot at redemption for the franchise, or simply the next chapter in Luka Dončić's incredible career, this is a moment that will be remembered for years to come. Alright, Bulls fans, that's the latest on Luka Dončić's potential move to Chicago. What do you think? Is Luka the missing piece that will bring a championship back to the Windy City? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Chicago Bull News, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on your Chicago Bulls. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned for more breaking news and analysis.